So is the All India Muslim Personal Law Board spreading fear among the minorities? Joining me now, Kamal Farooqi, member All India Muslim Personal Law Board, and Dr. Tasneem Ahmed Rahmani, President Muslim Political Council of India. You know, Mr. Farooqi, when the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says it's against the rising influence of Brahmin Dharma and Vedic culture that are out to harm Islamic beliefs by all means, aren't you spreading fear and insecurity among Muslims of this country? Is that what you want to do?
Absolutely not. Rather, what the kind intervention of media, whatever has been said by all the Sangh Parivar people, even about this yoga also, it's an open secret. They are threatening the entire people, the entire country, in fact, that whether you follow them or otherwise, you go to the sea, get down.
That is what Aditya Nath said. Hold on. That is what Aditya Nath said. One region. Are you telling me one Aditya Nath is going to decide what the All India Muslim Personal Law Board does? That because Aditya Nath has made a comment saying Muslims who do not practice yoga should go into the Arabian Sea, are going to spread fear among the entire community, as if every Hindu is saying that?
No.
Does he represent Hindus?
Then there is another thing. Then there is another thing. Yes, you are right. They do not represent Hindu, but day in, day out, they are making these kind of statements, and they are going escort-free. They are, by the way, they are in the BJP executive committee. They are not the outsiders. So if at all they have made these kind of comments, they should have been thrown out. But no action has been taken in spite of kind of for the last several months. In fact, this is one. But we don't want to come to that. The other part is that even look at the RSS people. In fact, look at Mr. Sinha. He was furious about it. That why this Surya Namaskar has been taken out from it, and there has been a lot of hangama over it.
Fact is participation in Yoga Day was voluntary. Muslims had the option of calling Allah, if not Om. The government made it clear that Surya Namaskar was not part of the process. Now, this can be done through dialogue. Why do you need to call a rally? Why do you need to spread this fear?
Please, Rajiv, let me clarify the whole situation. In Rajasthan, we are already in the court because the Rajasthan government had made it compulsory. Even in CBSE, if you kindly go through on CBSE website, day before yesterday only day before yesterday, they have said no action will be taken against all those schools who have not participated in this yoga. What is all this? In Maharashtra, the notices were issued to the schools that if you will not do this, you will be having a problem. Now, today the HRD ministry has said that yoga would be a compulsory syllabus in the school's curriculum. All this, where it takes us. You are saying there is a subtle attempt or a not so subtle attempt to impose yoga on every Indian, and in some way you believe this is part of a Hindutva agenda. That's what you and the All India Muslim Personal Law Board believes. Dr. Rahmani, do you want to respond to that? Do you believe that at the moment the AIPLB is only spreading fear?
Oh, you see that first of all, at first instance, we all opposed making this mandatory to every Indian. And this is not good, that anything which has some religious connection should be made compulsory for every citizen of the country. We opposed it. But at the later stage, the government of India has made it very clear that it's a voluntary process. So once the government has announced that it's a voluntary process and Surya Namaskar will not be mandatory and chanting of Om will not be mandatory, then as far as yoga itself, without its religious concern is concerned, we should not oppose it. And
why do you believe the All India Muslim Personal Law Board is opposing it? Because there you have Kamal Farooqi saying that he fears that there is a clear attempt slowly being made to try and make this mandatory, to try and impose it on the Muslims of the country.
Really, that's what I want to stress upon, that after the Yoga Day is over, and now the other day, on the 23rd of the June, they shot a letter to the Muslim organizations that we should oppose it. Why now? I think this is certainly an attempt to politicize the whole issue and take the advantage in the Bihar election, because the General Secretary of the Muslim Personal Law Board, the acting General Secretary of Muslim Personal Law Board, he belongs to Bihar politics.
So you are in a sense giving fodder to the more extreme elements even within the Hindu community. You are becoming two sides of the same coin. Rather than strengthening moderate opinion, it's the extreme opinion which is getting strengthened.
Rajiv, it's absolutely, your concern is absolutely right. In fact, there are chances that people will be taking otherwise. But for heaven's sake, please understand, this is not our decision right now. We had taken a decision long back also. We had taken the same kind of decision in Jaipur also. In our earlier, the minutes are there. Even in Jaipur, we had very clearly taken a stand. Under
but
no
what action did you take? What action? What action, Farooqi sahab?
We have already taken.
Farooqi sahab, you did not take any action. The Muslim Personal Law Board did not take any action.
The All India Muslim Personal Law Board believes this is a Brahminical agenda being imposed on this country.
Yes, we fear so. Why, in fact, and I have already told you that what RSS is saying, why this 21st June, we are not so innocent that we do not know whose death anniversary on 21st June.
So you're saying it's Hedgewar's death anniversary, that's why it's a Brahminical agenda being imposed on the country. You believe Narendra Modi is imposing a Brahminical agenda?
I'm not saying it. Sir, I am not saying it. This is what Mr. Sinha said on the media itself.
No, your AIPMLB has said the rising influence of Brahmin Dharma and Vedic culture.
Right. Let me tell you another thing also. What my brother Dr. Taslim was saying was what action you are taking. We are already in the court in Rajasthan. We are already there in the court. So, as on today, we have been taking all actions. We are educating our people that anybody who wants to do it, even Dr. Taslim Rahmani wants to do it, we have no objection. But as far as we are concerned, it is our duty to tell the Muslims.
Solve it through dialogue. My point is solve this through dialogue. The worst thing that you can do is encourage extreme opinion by taking a strident position.
Yes, very good.
Why did your letter say let all religious leaders come together? Your letter doesn't say that. Your letter says let's bring imams together. Let's bring imams together on one platform. Tomorrow Sadhvis and Sadhus will say we are bringing people together to build a Ram Mandir. This is how it happens. Keep religion out.
Rajiv, if you read our letter, Rajiv, if you read our letter properly, it has been addressed to everybody. Only in the last paragraph, we have addressed specifically to the Muslims that be careful that your philosophy should not be eroded by these kind of gimmicks. You have to be very careful about it.
Okay.
And we have been addressing to the nation also.
There will be why Muslim Personal Law Board? It can be said by any other NGO. Why Muslim Personal Law Board? You are using the name of the Muslim Personal Law Board in such a controversial matter. Why?
You are also Dr. Rahmani. You are also Rahmani. Why don't you take the initiative and have the consensus among the Muslims, and then come to the non-Muslims also, that for all times to come in yoga there should not be any Surya Namaskar. There should not be any Om.
Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Clearly what is happening at the moment is that there seems to be little attempt being made to have a dialogue.
There is a total consensus.
There seems to be opinion which is worryingly getting polarized, and that is the fear that many of us will have. The last thing this country needs is polarized opinion. We don't need the likes of Sadhvi Prachi telling us what Hindus should do, nor do we need extreme Muslim opinion telling their community what they should be doing, because that can only polarize opinion. Let's leave it at that. Kamal Farooqi and Dr. Rahmani, appreciate your joining us. Thank you very much.